We are the Raconteur Society. My video just got. There we go. And we are playing a little bit of Starfinder this Tuesday night. And sorry for late getting going, but we had some audio issues. We are playing Starfinder. We're missing Brad tonight. He decided that he tried to do his own appendix removal and it didn't work right. So he's recovering from that. Get well, Brad.
No, I think it's fine.
Do you have anything you need to run yet, Mike? Or
yeah, just go ahead. I can do the intro.
Here you go. Let's do that.
Let's do that.
See you. Just a quickie.
Yep.
That's what she said.
Sorry, wait. I didn't know that was gonna.
So we're playing
fly.
a homebrewed Starfinder game, homebrewed world. And for a little recap, the group were hanging out at their local hangout and called the Slacker's Bar there in the Spliff area of this planet they're on. And they realized that they are missing a companion. So they decided to go after said companion. They started putting clues together and figured out he was off somewhere in the Space Goblin's junkyard, scrapyard, and managed to finagle some passes to get into the scrapyard and went looking for him and caused all kinds of chaos on the way.
No.
But where we left off, they had followed some directions that a random space goblin had given them, and they found a old-fashioned cage, basically hanging from
A gibbet.
hanging from a old
Giblet.
Give me a gilbert.
piece of ancient advertising. That of a tall boy, or what was it?
Big boy.
Big boy, yeah.
Big boy burgers.
Big boy burger boy. So they looked up and they rolled their figuring it out, and they found out that their buddy Sobuk was in the cage. So that's where we will begin this adventure.
All right.
It's a typically misty evening in the old scrapyard there.
It's the old Misty Saturday.
We need to help Sobek.
Sobak, okay.
I'm gonna climb.
Sobak, can you?
Right? Roll your climbing, sir.
Well, he's climbing. I'm
Athletics.
Am I conscious?
No.
I'm sending my
You're dreaming.
my robot remote thing to go up and open the gate.
All right. Roll what you have to roll for that to manipulate, and you rolled your.
My athletics was 28.
All right. So you're actually racing this thing up the
Wonderful.
thing.
All 6 limbs.
Yep.
Just...
So both of you get there at your little thingy and him get there at the same time. So is there a standoff between who's opening the cage or not? Because
Well, it depends on where the actual opening of the cage is.
it's actually the way that this one is designed. Well, roll your perception. Yes.
Perception?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, 12.
Okay. I'm not sure how yours has perception with the droid, or I mean, not a droid.
I
but
don't know either.
The drone.
I'm looking.
drone.
Dale keeps disappearing.
Well, it's got a dexterity of 16.
Sorry,
What?
he said Dale starts disappearing and then Dale pops up. Boink! Hello.
Sorry, I'm drawing.
16?
Yeah, it's got a
And you got,
dexterity of
what'd you say, a
16.
13? Wade?
I rolled 12.
12, excuse me.
Perception's off wisdom, so.
Ooh, 19.
Okay. It isn't a difficult thing to notice that the it looks like the bottom is hinged to the rest of the cage, and it's locked with some sort of button type locking system. Like a keypad.
How wide is the opening? You know, the mesh basically of the cage.
Probably about a 6 foot diameter.
No, I'm saying between the bars of the cage. How much?
Oh, the actual bars is probably about maybe
I mean, basically, can I reach through?
no, because it does have the shape of the bell of the bars, but it's got this like
Mesh.
you know what they on the bottom of modern trailers, they got that kind of weaved looking metal on the bottom of and the floors of them now. That's wrapped around the inside of it, so it's kind of like honeycombs.
Honeycomb. Oh, yummy.
In between or on the inside, pressed against the bars, forming the cage. So
I know what you're talking about.
I don't.
It's like little diamond.
Oh, that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Okay. Now I know what you're talking about.
And the stage is on.
I understand.
hey, Anna,
I was gonna say, because if it's solid, then we wouldn't have seen him to begin with. But
it's not solid; it's see through, but it's
enticing. Here's enticing. I'm gonna put a ding dong in my mouth.
That's enticing.
welcome to our OnlyFans hour on the
What is
Raconteur
it?
this
It looks
night.
like-
It's, but it's usually a lot thicker. It's like fire
It's a
cage.
chicken flavor.
So that's
If it's gonna be enticing, it's gonna be.
Oh, oh God!
I ain't got any dice. It's the real ones.
God! Wow! But it does taste like chicken.
We have
All those chemicals.
over here in America. We have a brand of chicken products for food processing, Tyson Foods. So, and they're
You have to explain the
predominantly
joke.
chicken. Yes. Well, we do have
Yeah, we do have.
people over the border,
That's right.
all over the world now.
We're internationally stupid.
Australia to England to
stupid.
Canada.
So when you come here, you can have Tyson Ding Dong.
Tyson Ding Dong.
That'd be
And they're chicken flavored.
Banquet ho hos or something.
Brussels sprouts again.
Green with envy. Okay.
oh Lord.
Thank you, Bill Gates. We've got lab grown ding dongs.
Lab grown. Oh, most organic ding dong you'll ever eat. Anyway.
Stem cell research.
So anyway,
Okay.
I'm going to shake the cage. And
okay.
Sobek, we're here to help.
Roll your Mike. Roll your.
Or you can sketch out what you think he would wear.
Actually, you know what? Just give me a D20 check on your
skin suit armor.
Okay.
Constitution.
Okay, so I rolled a 15.
Plus your Constitution modifier.
I have 0.
So 15.
I'm a puny vest.
So it works. You kind of come out. You wake up.
We'll see what she replies. I'm going to try through the remote, my computers to try to break the code on the lock.
But hold on. So the shaking woke up Mike's character.
I'm able to roleplay. Hi.
Hey.
Hi.
So you have been drugged, so you're kind of groggy and.
Oh, it is Thursday night. Tuesday nights I game, but the Thursdays, I go to the bars.
He's not Russian. Never mind.
I never could get the hang of Thursdays.
So
Sobek is asleep. Sobek is waking up. Check organs, check holes.
Oh dear God, our companion talks in the third person.
Yes.
I'm
Sobek
outta
does
here.
sometimes.
Don't forget the bonus hole.
All right, so are you still shaking even though he's
Yeah.
okay? So
Yes,
All right.
yes.
So he's adding +5 to your difficulty to open that lock because you're gonna have to.
Well, in that case, since I rolled so poorly, even though I have a high computer skill, then if it's going to be interfering with the thing, no wonder I didn't make it. All but 2.
A 2, yeah. You're like beep, and nothing happens.
Start rocking the boat.
What?
It's so bad.
He said, "What boat? I don't care if you're broke. I'm busy."
What boat?
I will not talk. Sobek will not talk. Sobek will not give up his organs.
So I'll stop shaking it.
Sobek was done. I keep saying Sobek because I'm not sure.
If you stop rocking the thing, I'll try again.
All right, normal DC then.
Okay, 14.
14 is not enough. It actually does. It goes dee dee, and then just shuts off.
While I'm up here
Who
at
is
the top
there?
of this,
Can I see them?
You can see him.
Who is? Do I know him?
Yeah, that's your buddy,
Burnsick.
Burnsick. Yeah.
Sick. You have come to rescue Sobek.
And Susan.
Yes.
Hi,
Yay.
Mom.
And you,
Hi, Mom. Good to see us, Mom. Come to stay. Bring us the ho-ho Tyson chicken.
Oh, he's calling for his mom again.
What? Have you brought the others?
Yeah, they're down there.
Cobra! Sorry. Why is Sobek in this? What has happened?
I don't know. This is where we found you.
Where is this? Look around. Do I know anything? Do I see anything?
Okay, so last thing you remember is
He bought us drinks. Sobek knew it was a bad idea.
there's a kid named Harry Potter.
Surrounded by
Goblin's so cute.
hot halfling women and Tyson ding dong.
Yeah, yeah. You saw Sobek. Why not rescue Sobek when something was happening?
Because I was eating the Tyson ding dongs. It tastes
That's
like
how it's happening. The hobbits making sense. So precious.
they're so good at cooking.
This is damn Tyson Ding Dongs.
That will be on tonight's team.
Starfinder, brought to you by Tyson ding dongs.
Hobbit friendly.
And our newest product, bacon cheddar haggis.
Oh, yes, in ding dong form.
Bacon haggis Ding Dongs.
Chocolate covered bacon cheddar.
Chocolate covered bacon haggis.
I'm so gonna draw this
We're gonna have to have
advertisement
Dutch
on
Baby
people.
one night.
It's a big old lump of chicken.
So at any rate,
Now, how high is this cage from the ground?
Sobek, I'm scared of heights.
probably right around 20 feet up.
Oh, 20 feet up. Okay.
Yes, goddess said, praise the goddess.
Anyway, I was trying to tell you what you remember. So you were trying to figure out. So your goal that you were trying to do was you're trying to find spaceship parts.
Right.
Because you're wanting to get off this place and go adventuring.
Yes.
You were told to talk to a space goblin called Theodore,
Theodore
right?
of the chipmunks. Yes.
So
We already
you were
established
being
Oh, okay.
you were being taken to him, and you didn't make it. Basically, they conned you. They knocked you unconscious and were planning on selling your body parts at a later date.
Awesome.
So they had you stored in the scrapyard in a scrap situation because there's other things on top of you also. There's other bodies and whatnot.
I am a Vask, and I do not deserve to even be in my demeanor to be pushed in here
I'm thinking
for
about
parts.
how's that feel, Vesk? How you like that? Nothing.
What'd you guys say?
16.
Is that Stu at 16?
No, I didn't say that out loud.
Oh, I thought I.
He was just going beady por bada.
I said it in binary.
Yeah, 1-1-0-0-1-0-1-0-1.
May I try again?
You may.
I'm gonna look at how this
15.
is secured up here. Is there a way to lower this that I can see?
Roll your perception.
11.
You can't really. you can tell that it's on it. It's obviously on a pulley, right? And it's a steel cable that's holding it up there, and it goes through the steel cable and it goes into like the arm of the big boy.
Yeah.
And then from there, you're not sure where it hooks into or what it says it into. So,
All right. How big a hole? Just big enough for.
big enough for the cable. Yeah, it's not a gaping thing. Or he doesn't have a gaping hole.
That one's go back. Next question. I'm a doctor.
Somebody's got the Dutch boy from the shoes behind him.
Yeah.
Did they take all my stuff?
Okay, go ahead.
I got a 15.
15. All right. You actually, and then it drops and then releases. So, yeah. So he's in free fall right now with about 4 other bodies. What do the rest of you do? You're kind of up there. I mean, it didn't hit you. It swung away.
Yeah, I'm at the top of it. I'm
Right, but so they just drop.
He's fallen from 20 feet in the air.
Yeah.
How big are you?
He's got 15 strength, so his vests are what, like 9 foot or something normally?
I don't remember.
There's 7 or 8.
7 or 8. So he's actually more. His constitution's average, so he's kind of. I have him as kind of more of a run guy.
Right.
So,
more slim and athletic than big and bulky.
Yeah, I mean he's got 15 strength.
Right.
It's kind of big. It's just
Not as big as a vest could be.
yeah, maybe the runt of the litter kind of thing.
Right. I don't know if I could try and catch him.
He'd probably be a good 6'5", pushing 7, but
Because I have a 16 strength.
They're medium humanoid subtype, so he's not that big.
15, so
Can be up to 6 feet tall.
up to 6 feet.
Yeah.
Oh, so
Okay.
so he'd be about a little shorter.
Okay.
Now you can roll
That's okay for
your
drawing purposes.
Yeah.
if you have acrobatics
Porpoise.
or athletics.
Me?
Me?
Yes.
Oh.
Nope.
Neither one.
Well, you might.
I do, but I think this is for you falling.
Right.
I have nothing.
Oh, the ground is coming so fast.
My face will catch it. Probably.
So I'll try and catch him.
All right. That would be a acrobatics roll, and then a strength roll.
Okay.
Roll the dice. See what I will do. Splat goes my face, and maybe into 2.
So add my acrobatics modifier to my roll, right?
Roll for
And-
acrobatics first.
Okay. 15.
Roll your strength, just a strength roll.
6.
6.
I rolled really crappy.
So you pulled off the move to get a hold of him really well, but you didn't quite slow him down.
Yeah.
So you're actually gonna take a point of damage. You're gonna take 4 because you're gonna land on top of 16 basically.
So it's like
The way he grabbed
Clue.
you.
I've got you. Sorry.
Yeah. Whoops. So
I broke your fall with my body. I hope you appreciate that.
and the other 3 bodies thud onto the ground.
Who are your friends?
Where are they for?
Are they alive or are they dead?
Nobody checked.
Jeez.
Checking.
Dead.
Or would that be just an intelligence roll? Or
Survival.
Yeah, almost died.
Oh, you're not looking too good.
Nope. Oh,
10?
I fell on your keys.
Oh, sorry, you fell on my keys.
Oh, I fell on your keys. Oh, my keys. Why do you carry around a 2x4? Throwback not have children. Ooh.
The other 3, the other 2 of the ones around are humans, and they actually are in their various forms of decomposition. And the other one is a space goblin who appears to be still alive but unconscious.
We'll get up.
I don't.
All right, 16.
Humans are fire gone, but that space goblin, he's,
I'll go ahead and climb back down.
Okay.
You want me to roll?
You don't have to,
I'll probably ask you, does this goblin look familiar to you?
because you're not under any type of distress. You're just
Theodore?
normally crossing.
Okay.
Speak. Is this goblin familiar to Sobak?
No, you don't know this goblin.
I do not know this goblin. Not familiar to me, Sobak. Do you know of this goblin?
No.
Should I revive him? Should I revive myself?
oh, that
Thank
would
the goddess you have found me. Where am I?
3 points away from being dead.
Yes, 2.
2 points away from being dead.
Two.
Let's count the death.
2 points, not 1.
So I never got my cantrips, so I don't know the zero spells. I don't know what that is or does or where they were
Anybody
at.
got a book you can borrow?
Yep.
But I will cast.
Oh, right here.
I will cast Mystic Cure on myself, unless there's to heal myself from these wounds from the fall and his keys.
Can I look at him and use medicine to help him in any way?
I have medicine.
I think medicine is not an instant heal thing.
Okay.
Oh my god.
It is. It's kind of like heal, stabilize.
Yeah.
And it can.
That's still like the old Pathfinder. You had heal.
Do I have to roll something first before I do that? I forgot.
No.
You just cast a spell and that's it?
If it's a 0 level spell,
No, it's a first.
it's a first. Okay.
Yeah.
Does it require any type of focus or components or anything?
I don't know. I have no idea on that.
Look it up.
Okay.
Player.
I've never done this
Well,
before.
No, he's a player. He's good.
well,
What was the name of the spell?
First level
I understand.
Mystic Cure.
Okay.
Where would the spells be? Magic
Chapter
and spells. Yay!
Sobak, read book. Book good.
Mystic. Ooh, Mind Thrust.
Sobak, look at that.
is that after
Takes
the,
one
that's the left and then
It takes
jump to the
one
right?
standard action.
Standard action.
Tomax has the spell pelvic
It's
thrust.
instantaneous, so you're good.
Is that after the step to the
Do I have
left
to
and
do
the jump to
anything
the right?
Yeah. Yeah. Of course it is.
Okay, so
So,
how much do you get back? Trying to see what. You restore a number of hit points to a number of targets or yourself. Oh, it's for healing many people, but if anybody else has any hit points down, then
Yeah.
I will do that to everybody.
but it doesn't say how many you get.
Look at all of them.
Oh, you're giving away hit points. Your hit points to other people. You can't.
What?
That spell won't work.
Is that
Yeah.
Mystic Cure?
That's Mystic Cure?
Yeah.
Well, what the hell?
You're yeah, that doesn't
That doesn't do me much good. Well, you got a scratch. I could die. You got a paper clip in there.
Basically, the way this works is you are okay. Let me read this out loud because
Maybe there's another healing.
you restore a
spell.
number of hit points to a number of targets. Choose one of these targets within 10 feet of you. If that target regains all of its hit points as a result of your healing, you can apply the remaining healing to yourself, as long as you are a living creature. On the other hand, if this isn't enough to restore all of your target's hit points, you can transfer any number of your own hit points to that target, healing the target with.
Oh,
So you
that
can do that.
No,
Okay.
actually,
so you can be
you're looking at mass Mystic Cure.
Whoops, you're right.
Oh, there's a mass Mystic Cure?
Yeah, there's
Oh.
one for just a single target and one for a
1d8
mass.
plus your wisdom modifier. That's
Oh,
what you get healing better. I'm sorry. Thank you for catching that.
Yeah, yeah. The mass is, and it's also
Whoops.
what level was it?
5 to 6.
1d8.
Praise to goddess. 5 plus my wisdom. 3, 8.
You get 8 hit points back.
Fully healed.
I was waiting for you. Praise to the goddess. 1.
Bitch.
Instantly turns undead. Well, damn it.
Simon went, a mind what?
I kind of go,
Mind thrust.
keys.
My locker is like 7 feet tall. That's why the key's this big. I'm sorry.
All right. So
yeah, the thing was, as far as Mystic Cure, when you roll to heal somebody else, if it doesn't heal them all the way, then you can transfer some of your hit points to them to finish that.
Up to their, okay.
And then
to finish them
also,
off.
basically, if you do more healing than what they need, you can use the rest of it yourself.
So if you rolled 8 and healed me, I only have 3, so he could have taken the other
The
5.
five, yeah.
If he, or whatever he could of it.
Okay.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Well, in that case, now I know the spell. Can I have used that on him?
well, yeah.
Because he's a 0. So
How many times can you cast a first level spell
3
per day? 3 times?
So I'll do first. I'll do that because I haven't seen you injured, and that would have been more appropriate. So now that I know how
Just
this
a little singe. That's
yeah. What has happened? You did this to save
You
someone.
only died once this time.
I didn't die.
God has healed you.
Close.
I heal you 8.
8. Okay.
How many did you have?
That takes me 3 short.
So okay, so you're still okay.
Yeah.
All right. So I still have 4.
Did your Skittermander wear clothing of any kind?
Yeah, he's wearing second skin armor.
Second skin.
Is anybody else injured deeply or badly?
I'm only down 3. I'm okay.
No paree, no paree.
I don't think Brad took any injuries at all either.
No.
Whoops, I responded to a live chat. Anyway. All right, so everybody's healed up.
All right.
So you did find this goblin, the space goblin on the ground. The space goblin, roll your perception, sir. Dennis.
Okay.
Sir Dennis.
13.
This space goblin doesn't appear to be wearing the same identifiers as the space goblins in this area.
He was on the wrong end of the leash there. Yeah. I'm going to attempt my medical to try
Mumbo
to,
jumbo.
to try to bring him round.
Are we all like doctors?
Might be.
No, but I do have some healing.
Well, the
16.
actually I did note the medicine skill is using the medical equipment, so it's not just a straight.
Not a straight check. It has to be right. It'd be life science, wouldn't it?
Well, medicine you could just check them out, but I could see that as a use of medicine. But as far as actually healing somebody, you need a med kit or whatever.
Right.
Okay.
And that was my question when I looked, because I didn't see a pack for a med kit. There was just like this stuff. So I don't know if there is such a thing.
Yeah, there are.
There is. Let's see.
I do have a basic med kit.
Okay.
So I rolled a 16 plus my medicine.
Would that be physical science then, or life science? To
Well, I just-
operate
I- well,
make a medical check, or would it be a?
Well, there is a medicine skill, so that would be using the med kit.
So
Okay.
23 altogether.
All right, so you do some patching up on this goblin, take out the smell, some smelling salt, snap it under his nose.
How much is that? I didn't see it in the book.
100.
100?
Goblin wakes up, kind of bug-eyed, and starts scooting backwards.
You okay? You okay now?
He starts speaking in goblin tongue. Does anybody else speak goblin by chance?
Nope.
Do you speak common Anglic?
Yeah.
Okay. We rescued you out of the cage along with our friend. How did you end up in there?
Well, my name is Chernobyl,
Chernobyl.
and I'm the son of Dubek.
He's the bomb.
I am the bomb! No, I'm kidding. I'm the son of Dubek. All right, so if you guys make a...
Culture.
Yeah. Check. I was trying to find it. I skipped over it.
Mm-hmm.
It was right above where I stopped reading.
Culture check.
Do a culture check. You can might trigger a thought on who Dubek is.
Okay. If you don't have
Culture?
a rank in it, can you use it at all?
You mean you have
So
no
the-
culture whatsoever, and you
Right. Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
you can use it as a untrained, but it's gonna be,
Actually,
That'd be what,
culture is
minus
marked as
4?
trained only.
is it? Oh yeah, it is. Yeah, you have to be trained in culture. to
Okay.
use it, so
Yep.
so if you don't have a mark, you don't have
I have I have it. I don't have a dot in it, but I have it.
okay.
But you have to have a rank to be
Right.
able to.
That's what it means by having to.
Oh, I actually have a rank in it.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
So nobody has culture.
Actually, yes. I
Okay.
had 18.
Okay. Okay. So he says, "Son of Dubek," and in your mind, you're like, "Dubek, Dubek." Oh yeah, you remember that there's stories about a space goblin that was born into a. Trying to think of the name of the clan. It was the.
Maybe I'm allergic to goblin. I don't know.
Hold on.
Like the universe at me.
Bait. There we go. Good, yummy chocolate.
I'm checking my notes. Hang on. Trying to remember where this was at. Okay. There was a goblin named Dubek who was born part of the Shit Thumper clan, which are cousins to the Blast Packs.
Okay.
And this particular goblin was thrown out of his clan because he was born with a refined palate. And he liked food too much
Okay.
and wanted to learn how to make it. So instead of being a marauder and a tech dude, he used his tech to build like ovens and stoves and things that he could cook with, and pots and pans and things like that. And
Since I profession cook, would I know this guy?
That's right.
that's a possibility. Go ahead and roll that.
Cook.
16.
16. Yeah. When well, actually, I know. Does your character divulge any of that information, or is that just what you're remembering right now?
No, I'll be
Okay. So as he's
spitting it out.
you're like, wait a minute. I've heard of it.
So
yeah.
I could use these
Yes.
ovens convention.
Yeah,
area.
Dubek is actually really well known for being the only space goblin chef
Mike, can you?
in the entire known and unknown universes. He's actually highly sought after for his skill, and Chernobyl is his youngest son. So Chernobyl was basically saying, I was taken for trying to be traded.
This is wrong.
To
Your
be
father is a
traded?
cooking master.
To
Go
be
back.
traded.
But I was kidnapped.
Yes.
Hostage swap.
Well, they wanted money out of my dad.
Well, yeah, I'll
So
see
you're
you.
being held for ransom.
That's it. Yeah.
Now you will be held for your honor. Go will defend the creator of such fine culinary works.
Wow, you're
So,
taking this way too far. But anyway,
Well, we'll just come with us, kid. Just, we'll get you home.
Yes, Sobak agrees.
Well,
Let's do the rest.
what are you gonna do about that army of goblins that are walking this way? Then you guys look over. You guys look up, and sure enough, like coming from the area you guys just came from, there's a fucking wall-to-wall goblin army walking up the wall. That looks very angry.
First word, oops. Second word, what?
They must catch us in order to kill us.
I don't need the universe doing that to me.
I'm just here to be helpful. That's all.
Right.
It's not my fault they reacted so badly before.
They just would have told you where he was. Right. You guys run about a block up, and Mouse reaches out and grabs him. Sobek.
Okay.
No, this way, this way. It's almost like he comes out of the shadows for a second, grabs him, and then motions to you guys to this way, come on.
Okay.
We go that way.
How many of you have stealth?
Yes.
Nope.
When I am not moving, I am very quiet.
Make your stealth checks, please.
I do not have this thing.
Now, what is it if you're unskilled in it? Because I don't have any rank
If
in
you
it,
are
but
unskilled, it would
it's
be
not.
just a dex check with a -5.
Dex check -5.
So back is like large elephant crashing through. That would be -5.
-5 to your roll, yeah. If it's untrained.
Okay, so I rolled an 8.
20 plus 2.
Or do
Natural
I add
20?
that to it?
Just the
Natural
modifier,
20
Nice.
plus 2.
which would be for 11 is 0, right?
Yes.
All right. So 8 minus 5. So you
So
have
I rolled a 13. So I rolled an 8 then, right? Or what?
13.
no. You rolled
I rolled a 13.
a 13. Minus 5 is 8.
8. Yeah.
8. Okay.
Okay.
So you're not failing so much as you just don't know how bad you are failing.
blah 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 blah.
So what did you
It's so back too good.
10. Okay. You're actually doing okay. It wasn't that high a difficulty. But he's still a little bit louder than normal.
Yeah.
And it could be because he was just fucked up and hung up for Lord knows how long, and he's just
We'll chalk it up
joints ain't
to
working.
I kind of take him by the arm.
You guys,
So back.
And I had 23, by the way. So
23. Okay.
If
You're
I
like
can, I'll kind of stay at the back
feather on
and
the
kind
wind.
of pull the gun and cover.
I'll stay back with him too.
Right. So Mouse kind of leads you guys through like some alleyways and into some shops and at the back, you know, and you go for a little ways and you guys wind up in this shop with this other goblin standing there, and he's like, "Come on, get in here, guys, go." And he gets in and he shuts the door. And it's like it's like from that, like a scene from a movie. You know, you kind of duck through some passages and this and that, and you come in the door and it shuts the door, and then all of a sudden the angry mob runs by and they're screaming,
Oh, it's so Bach.
And
It is so Bach.
Mouse says,
Can I read? Hit on him.
Oh,
"Well, I'll keep this short and sweet. This is Theodore. Hi." He's like,
hello, Theodore.
I'm sorry that they got a hold of you. I guess they figured that you had some crazy stuff going on and they needed to see what you're about. I tried to get you free, but I couldn't figure out the passcode. This is Theodore. You know Theodore. Theodore's the one you
Oh
were.
yeah, I was looking for.
Yeah, you've dealt with him before in ship parts, so you know who exactly. You know who he is. And you probably mentioned it to the group, but they never met him because you were the one running back and forth.
Sobach is mad, but not at you.
For our viewers, Mouse is played by Brad, who's not here tonight.
Right.
Rest in peace, Brad.
No. Well, he'll be in some good sleep tonight anyway.
Get well. Rest in peace.
Yes. May the goddess Rathan Smazma heal thy colon. If
Yeah.
that be your ailment.
Miasma?
Miasma.
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 Yeah.
P-H-A.
Sounds like kind of a downer, but hey, what?
Sounds like kind of a downer.
Miasma?
Would you?
P-H-A-R-A-S-M-A?
Pharasma.
Pharasma. Pharasma.
Yeah, goddess of the dead. She ends up sending the souls where they need to go. She's like the central clearinghouse after you die.
Anyway, so he says, I got a way out of the city. You guys need to take it. Because I don't know how long they're going to keep looking for you. Your buddy over there made a hell of a racket earlier.
Right.
Okay,
Looking
thank
for him. So
What about, was there some deal between you two about ship parts, or was that not even discussed yet? Ship or something?
throughout a few months, he's been buying ship parts, trying to put together a ship.
Okay.
He hasn't gotten many because, of course, they're expensive. But
Right.
Theodore's been trying to like. Theodore's like his eBay guy.
Yeah.
Like, oh, I found this part for
Yeah.
And it says,
So Theodore is his mic.
yeah, pretty
Yeah.
much. This is I didn't find those parts, by the way. Sorry. They confiscated them after they found out what we were up to.
Stoats.
But I have a way out. If you get, I have a tunnel that I've made to get outside the walls,
Let's go.
and I'm gonna have to leave too because I'm not welcome here anymore. Actually, see, he's got like several. He's got this like big backpack full of just tools that he brings with him.
Sobak apologizes if this was your cause.
It's all right. Dubek there, the son of
already got
Dubek
that.
needs to be out of here anyway. These guys are getting out of hand.
Sobak to carry something
What
for
kind of
him.
weapon?
No,
does he
we're
carry?
good.
Something like that, or does he have multiple?
Just do me a favor and push that
Staff.
big red button on the panel over there and
He does
get
have
down
a
here with us.
orbiting.
But wait till we're all in the hole
mode of
first.
energy.
Very well.
Okay.
That's the Solarian. That's the.
So basically, Theodore kind of pushes all you guys into this goes into the back room and lifts this big, like slides a big table over and there's like a manhole cover basically.
Yeah.
Opens it up. Everybody gets down in there and he says, all right, just get down to the tunnel and go down about 10 feet and I'll get you there.
Okay.
So,
Go down 10 feet.
all right. So on your end, Mike,
Okay.
you see he goes down the tunnel, you hear him, you basically hear what he says. And he kind of like sits up out of the tunnel and is looking down in it to make sure they go 10 feet. And he looks up and he goes, all right, come on, hit it, let's go. He jumps down in it and starts taking off. You walk over and hit this button and it literally goes like this.
Sobak believes it's time to go.
As you climb down into the hole, you look back up for a second, and just as you look up, you see something outside the door, and they're bashing on the door of the place. Theodore grabs you, pulls you down, and grabs a chain and pulls the cover over the hole. As you guys take off, the whole place shakes. And this big explosion just rings your ears while you're in this tunnel. As him and Theodore come running up to you guys, and Theodore's like, "Go! We gotta go now!"
We run.
So Sobak runs too.
Yeah. It's like a 10-foot round hole. I mean, it's not hard if you're kind of tall to not hit your. I mean, you might hit your head on a light fixture every now and then. It's maybe a little bit lower than normal. But this tunnel kind of goes down and it winds around some things and in different corners, and you guys actually come to a river. And it's a river like a. At one point when you guys are in the tunnel, it's like it intersects with like a sewer tunnel. And then you guys go down that sewer tunnel and there's bars, kind of in the sewer exit. And he goes over to the wall and you see him push something on the wall and 3 of the bars in the middle lift up on this outlet.
Neat.
Down kind of like in a spillway shaped type embankment. At the bottom, there's a boat. It's a cobbled together John boat looking style, modern, or super futuristic, if you can imagine a superistic, river boat, basically. It's
So we're sliding down the sewer water down this.
well, you're sliding down this embankment.
Yeah.
Or you're not really sliding, you're just kind of scooting down because it's not steep enough to slide, but it's
it's
not.
dry.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And into this boat that appears to be running on some sort of glowing purple fuel cell on the back. And Theodore gets up on his little pedestal with the rudder, and you hear it kind of like almost like a Nissan with a turbo on it. You know, off you go down the river.
So it's got a glow purple motor.
Right. Glow Pro, yeah, motor. So you guys are actually when you finally get out onto the river, you notice that the wall for the scrapyard is kind of up away from it, probably a good 400 or 500 feet. So this is probably like a river of, well, it's not clear water. I'll put it to you that way. It's, it's
like
probably
runoff water
where they have a lot of runoff from the industries and things like that. But he tells you, like, don't stick your fingers in the water or anything. You might not get them back.
Good to know.
So after a few hours, you guys are on this river and you start to see the sun come up. And you are now probably about 10, 12 miles outside of the spliff. You're into an area that you've never been before. It appears to be I'd say it's like rural, but it's still settled. It's not as big city-like. It's more like a modern subdivision, if you will, type setup. A lot of, small houses and not a lot of anything else going on type of deal.
Suburban.
Yeah. Theodore steers the boat towards under a bridge, basically, like a post-apocalyptic or whatever looking highway bridge. And there's another one of those vent grates right underneath the bridge on the left-hand side, but it's not guarded, it's just open. And you actually, Sobach, you know exactly where you're actually going. This is where you have been stashing your ship parts.
Oh, okay.
So, do you say anything to Theodore when you guys pull up to it?
I go, you know where I was stationed in. You know this place?
Well, yeah, we used to go, you drop ship parts here all the time for you, remember?
Yes.
I'm looking up something. Talks amongst yourselves.
Rhubarb.
Dennis, does your character wear like a second skin armor under his overalls as well, or
armor.
flannel shirt? Or I don't know. Really.
No, kind of a flight suit sometimes.
Okay.
Station flight suit, but I do not actually have armor.
Okay.
I have a second skin.
You do have it.
Yeah, I think that's pretty much what everybody.
Just about.
The side drive says, "Oh, do we get armor?" Okay, I'll take that.
But I've got like a tactical baton, a survival knife, and a semi-auto tactical pistol.
Is he in pretty good shape, or is he?
Yeah, he's in pretty good shape. Maybe a little older, maybe, but
And do you have an idea what you want his drone to look like, or just come up with something?
Vaguely like the top part of the Star Wars surveillance drone, but with some some little arms there. Not the big long leggy things, but the
From the Empire Strikes Back?
Yeah.
Okay.
kind of like that, but it's with some small arms for manipulation.
Okay. Oh, got it. Okay.
Well, so about this is a little bit out of the way thing where you've been stashing your ship parts, but I guess that'd be the idea, yeah?
Yes, that is where it's to be stashed away, but I do not
So,
know if it is enough.
so you're getting parts, you got a hole,
The more form.
you got the ship's body to be working with the stuff onto?
I am got healer. I have no
Just the
idea.
staff. Does he use any other weapons or
Got some hand axes.
hand axe?
I have only been getting what
They'd
you have
probably,
asked.
They'd
what I
probably
can
be
find.
like just stuck in the belt.
Okay.
Okay, so evidently it was a collaborative effort, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. We had this thing going on that we didn't know that you were gone. We could not remember you.
How is this possible?
I
How can you forget Sobak?
not that I wanted
Sobak,
to.
so forgettable.
And then oh no.
Sobak has been forgotten from his closest friends.
No.
Who Sobak would die for. Ah. Sobak's so strong, but very weak. Even you succeed.
What was your name again?
Now
Sobak,
we
friend.
we
No
were
longer friend.
we were sitting around the bar.
Not so bad. That is crocodile god of Egypt. I am wrong.
We were sitting around,
Sobak, distant cousin.
we were sitting around the bar last night.
Now you have answered Sobak's question. You drink rum bar, forget Sobak. Sobak,
Well, no, this is what-
No, that's where we remembered you.
That's where we remembered you. I mean,
drinking among
it's
friends.
suddenly okay, whatever, and we
Who's telling this story here?
we suddenly realized somebody's missing.
Of course.
But they remembered before I did, unfortunately.
Sobak,
The really strange part is that we asked the bartender robot, and he was trying to remember, and he went. I mean, he blew a total head fuse, like trying to remember just fried him, and
Someone tried to remove you
and
from
then-
our memories and block us from finding out who you were.
so somebody's got it in for you or something.
Theodore
did you-
actually speaks up and he says, "Yeah, that would be probably Elvis."
Elvis.
At least it wasn't Jelvis.
Hey man, why try to forget my brother?
Hey, now, all I know, I don't know who this Elvis character is, but I'm sure he was not in the building.
No, Elvis the Enchanter. He's a goblin wizard. He likes to, well,
Thrust his hooks.
he's like a mind flare thing that then he fucks with magic. He's not really pretty. He's got tentacles and shit. It's weird, but
Well, everything goes better with tentacles.
Sobak feels violated.
probably it was in your mind because you're what you are, and they want to know your secrets so they could,
Is this Elvis in the scrapyard somewhere?
No, he was at one point.
Did he get exiled?
No, he worked rolled freely.
What is it that Sobak could know? It would
You
be
run
that
freely through all the clans. It doesn't matter. They all bow, pray to pay homage to him and stuff.
Well, what
So
could Sobak know that would be so important that this goblin Elvis would
You're
have to come
saying
from the king himself,
Elvis.
come down and tell us what is going on?
Who did you fight Puck over recently?
Let's see. Nice. You. You. Sobach does not remember.
Maybe you played with your mind too.
You probably did it because you're boss. They want your secrets.
That's understandable.
Then we must gather parts and hide them. He will know where I hid all these expensive little parts. Here is the little transducer.
So these little parts, you guys are walking. So all of you are walking down this tunnel talking about all this, right? You haven't really gotten where you're going yet. You're just en route. And the tunnel comes to a T intersection. On the left side, it's actually like
Rectal prolapse 321 joined. Thank you.
rectal
Love that name.
Anyway, to the left, it's actually blocked off, but to the right, it's like there's a like a canvas tarp basically covering the opening. You know quite well that what this is.
What is this?
Sobach, this is where you were putting your
Parts.
parts, and we were working on your thing.
I rush up and like throw it apart to see if they've taken it
All right,
off.
so you whip the curtain back. It's all dust falls and everything, and you guys lay your eyes on
The ship from the Explorer.
something that is fucking incredibly insane.
I didn't catch it.
Roll
but
your-
Nelsie came on about 20 minutes ago.
Oh,
Hi, Nelsie.
Sorry, honey.
Roll what?
Roll your
Gut?
engineering if you have it. Roll your perception if you don't. And
21.
on engineering or perception?
Engineering.
25.
I'm an engineer.
25 on perception.
8 on my engineering because my dice suck.
So
You
now,
only need a 5 or better to get
so
this.
if I don't
No.
have a rank in it, it's
You don't have to. You know what this is.
I know, but I'm just saying, if I don't have a rank in it, I'm automatically -5. But then I get +6.
So you're only,
Instead.
so you're a +1.
Okay.
Fine.
So what Sobach has been working on is a Recon Intercopter.
I'm not an engineer.
Intercopter.
What's an intercopter look like?
Recon Intercopter is it's a huge air vehicle. So it's basically a spaceship, but it's owned by the Galactic Republic, meaning that you can't have one of these.
Oh, this is illegal.
Highly
Obviously
it's
illegal.
Yeah.
But I don't know what I'm doing because I don't have engineering. So am I just gathering the parts or what?
Yes. You basically met with Theodore and befriended him because he is a parts person and he knows how to get parts for anything. You discovered this. You bought this ship not knowing what it was.
Oh, okay.
Somebody had a ship for sale, and you're like, but it's not complete. You know, they were restoring it or rebuilding it or whatever, and you got it really damn cheap. But you got it really damn cheap because
Basically,
it stole his shit. Theodore helped you to get
triangular
the
blade
tracking
at the
off
end
of
of
it,
Okay.
Okay.
so it wouldn't be
So it's-
found. And he started to help you
farming
get the parts
implement.
for it to
Okay,
kind
got
of
it.
fix it as well as disguise it.
I got you. Okay.
But it's not
So shaped
been
kinda
worked
like
on,
an
so
actual
it's
hoe
in the shape that
in
it was before. So this room that it's in, and basically he throws the curtain back, and it's a pretty decent sized room, obviously. Probably like it looks like it's a hub for all the other drainage holes that are around. That okay, maybe they pour into here and then come out the tunnel you came in.
Okay.
But all those holes are blocked in some way or another, either with doors or cement blocks or whatever. And sitting in this giant room is this Recon copter,
I assume one of these tunnels
intercopter.
is how they got it in here.
The tunnel you came in, probably.
Oh, okay. It's the biggest one. Okay.
But it looks doesn't look like it's completely incomplete, but it doesn't look like it's completely
Complete.
either. Like maybe it was scrapped. It was probably scrapped at one point. Somebody got in, stole it, and then sold it cheap because they're like, it's probably still had the tracking systems in it. And that's what Theodore even tells you. He goes, you have to take the tracking systems out because they would have found it, and blah, 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 blah.
So you two are building your ship out of this.
Yeah.
Go find a corner to pee in.
Okay.
Which,
Don't pee over in that corner. There's live wires.
which is a extremely illegal vehicle that is recognized on site.
Yeah, well, I was going to try to help him make it not recognizable.
But Sobak has been able to make plane for us to fly.
He's so
get
proud of
arrested
himself.
promptly.
Right? He literally, like, he is so proud of himself right now. He's like, I was going to save this for a surprise.
So,
But-
Sobak has made a great vehicle for
I just want to
space.
point this out right now. Right now, you are Murdoch, and you are Hannibal Smith. I love it when a plan comes together. And Skinnermere's like, you ain't getting me on that thing.
To your face.
I get no, that would be Brad. He's the operative. I'm the van. Apparently, I'm the van.
Hey, where's your red stripe?
I've got one, probably.
You do.
Yeah, I got blue stripes.
You got a little thing in the back.
Yeah.
Sobak, this is
Spoiler alert.
awesome.
I give you a big hug. Steve, you engineer, you and Theodore get together and make this good. Then we spray paint different color. They not see who we are.
All right, where's the kid?
Maybe. And then somebody goes over and gets like.
Where's the kid? Look around. Where's the
Right in
kid?
the sky.
What kids?
And I put the holy symbol.
Okay.
Orange
Making sure.
He's just sitting in the corner, like, wide-eyed, like, these people are fucking nuts.
And then I put holy symbol of Phosma. So it is holy ship of justice. Bringing harbingers to birth and death of those who view it.
I
So
think
they know its holy vehicle cannot be affected.
I think we need to find a slightly more detailed disguise for the ship. But that's not a bad idea.
Sobak has worked hard not knowing what he is doing. Theodore is.
We can put a hospital cross on it.
Yes, that's what Sobak just said.
You still have to redesign it. It's recognizable on site. Giving it a paint job, you could put racing stripes on it, and they would still be like, that is an illegal vehicle.
So what?
You could
We
paint
put-
it orange with a happy face, and they would still, that's an illegal vehicle.
So what? We put 2 bumpers.
Maybe modify, put some extra exterior hull plating on the thing for external cargo base.
Give it a
And that
facelift.
would totally change up the sobriquet to the silhouette.
And to be honest, if you were to repaint it at that point, it would be even more misleading. They would look at this thing and say, "That is so obnoxiously painful to look at. I won't look at it."
It is like Phosma's beliefs. Dare to look into death. Seldom those do. And those who do look to death will be enlightened and knowing we are in an illegal vehicle. But those who do not will look away
It's a
and
ten.
not know the truth. Like Phosma gives unto me. To you,
So the
my
description of the description of the vehicle current. One side of this light aircraft is open to the elements, providing quick entry and exit.
Yes, and bath.
Intercopters are favored by law enforcement agencies and military groups because of their quiet anti-grav rotors.
Anti-grav and rotors?
Yep.
So it's an anti-grav helicopter. Ha!
Yes.
I know.
Find a picture of it. I don't think I can, but
What was it called again?
Intercopter.
Recon
Intercopter.
Intercopter.
As an intercopter?
No, E-N-E-R.
Intercopter.
Oh, okay, like
Oh,
an energy.
enter, not inter. Okay.
You know, you enter through
E-N-E-R.
opening in wall.
No, not enter.
Oh.
There's no T.
Oh.
Inner.
Well, there is, but it's later.
Inner.
Well, yeah, there,
Sobak also no T. In
Intercopter.
inner.
Okay.
The inner copter. What is outer copter?
so you gonna work on it?
Oh, heck yeah.
Ah, so back.
Okay.
This is
You
the
got
best
someplace
one
to
I
lay
can
down?
find.
Yeah, that'd be something like it.
It's more like a dragonfly.
Oh, yeah.
Hmm.
Oh, we are making Airwolf.
It's gonna end up looking like the toaster.
Yeah.
Well, I guess we.
Sobak has hammer and prayers.
All right, I got my
Yes, I
tools.
pray that you don't use that hammer.
I got my tools.
Theodore, what will Theodore do now?
He's gonna help you build it because he's leaving with you.
You coming with us?
I got no place to go back to. Oh, you just killed him.
I only have 15 strength. I'm not that big.
Ding, there goes his head. He's just a space goblin. You have to squeeze him very hard.
All right, good squeeze.
Kind of like bed bugs. You push hard enough and they just splatter.
That's good.
So-
That's good to know in combat.
So you, Sobak, you got the manual for this thing?
No, but I have nice drawings.
Don't worry about that. Then don't worry about it. We'll handle it.
Scribbles like
Theodore has all the schematics for it.
Oh, cool.
Well,
Theodore, you are my best goblin buddy, I tell you.
Take a rest.
Okay.
All right. Sobak will make dinner.
Out of who?
At the stuff you will find.
Theodore.
Theodore is dead, but go ahead.
No. All right. So
I will go get some food and make some dinner.
at this point, if you guys are going to work on it, it's going to take you probably 2 or 3 months to get this thing to where
Sobak will make lots of dinner.
Yeah.
So I'm going to give an option at this point in the game. Do we want to role play 3 months of time building this ship, or do you want to advance the story enough to where it's done and what?
If you don't have any plans for stuff to go on while we're building, then I say we advance.
Just, yeah, we can
All right.
advance.
So
So what do
everybody's going to gain 2 levels.
Okay.
That's what we already have.
That's what you already have, even though if you're advanced more than anybody else.
So now I'm now
Oh
on
yeah,
level 2.
what was that? Because I was at level 1 and there was something.
You're level 1
Well, actually, we had leveled. Everybody got 1 level.
last game, so you're level 2. So now you'd be level
Okay.
4.
Right, so I'm level 2 though,
He'd be level 5.
Yeah.
but I'm level 2.
No, you're level
You're level
You'd be
4
4.
now.
4.
No, because I was in prison. I didn't actually fight with you guys.
I still gave you the advancement though.
Oh, you did. I didn't know that.
Okay.
Or you could say it.
So level 4 now.
Yes.
Okay. What all does that entail?
So everybody's level 4.
Well, you have to roll for your.
Well, except for she's like,
Actually, it's not even a roll.
Oh no, yeah. You
Each
just add
class
your,
has
Yeah, just
So
add
what-
your
the
class.
Alright.
stamina and hit points.
Yep.
So each level you get to add that. Okay, so
So what's our?
I haven't read the
experience
book, so I really don't know what I'm looking
All right. So
adding.
you're like Mike. You get 6 hit points every level.
then? 6 hit points every level. So 6 times 4.
all right, you're a warrior or soldier.
That's 24 hit points.
Okay.
Stamina points, all
Well-
that remains the same, right?
All right, so
Yep.
Okay.
So
you get 7 hit points, 7 stamina points each level.
What's XP earned?
oh, and you get stamina points too.
Okay.
So
So I'm gonna get 21.
4 times 7 and 4 for both of them. So 28 on both of them.
Oh, okay, 28 on both.
Now, and then you add your Constitution modifier for each level
What's your
also.
class again, Mike?
Mystic.
So with your Constitution modifier,
Plus,
Now we're doing the
Plus
character
2.
generation.
all right, so it would be 9 per
I'm
level.
just going to try to level as quick as possible.
So you would add another.
Anything like?
Okay, Mike, pay attention.
okay, now where the
So-
just curious, where'd
So
the
your
9
base
come
attack
from?
bonus.
All right, because it's
Goes up
7
3.
for your class,
That base
2
attack
for your
bonus, where's that at?
Constitution modifier.
Oh, okay, so you're just lumping it all
Yes.
together. Okay.
So each level you would get another 9.
Melee attack. So is that A B A
Hold on.
B A B?
Hold on.
BAB is base attack bonus.
Okay. And that's for all my attacks.
Hmm.
And that's the 3 you said?
Your fort
So
save.
28
goes up
plus
to
the
+1.
9 is how many
Okay, hold on.
I get.
Yeah.
Okay.
My forward side is +1,
Well,
base 1. Okay.
Base of
Actually, it'd be
1. And your
27 more than what you have now.
Okay.
Your will
hold on.
save base is plus
I'm
4.
getting kind of lost
Okay,
here.
you
So,
get 9 per level.
okay.
You went from 1 to 4, so you got 3 levels.
Right.
So 3 times 9 is 27.
Right.
So that's your additional
Second,
hit points.
so your class features on the back
Okay.
page.
That's what
resolve
was
points,
confusing
I
me
get
because
more of
when you
those
said
now?
28, I was
you
like, so we count
you
level
get-
1 or not? Because I was counting up 21.
Yeah,
Yeah. Okay.
I had counted for 4 levels,
Yeah.
the total,
Right.
but
Stamina
Yeah.
points.
So it's actually
those two
27. That's with the
per level.
7 and then the Constitution model.
yeah.
Oh, I have 4 for mine.
Now you also get 4 your skill
cons,
points. Did you
my
have that written
starting
down? What you
stamina
get
points.
per level?
Yes.
Oh,
At
stamina
4
stamina
plus
points
4 or
are
something. I have 4
6
plus 4.
level.
I don't know what that means.
Okay, your
60 plus
intelligence
Constitution.
modifier
And resolve
Okay.
points are still 4.
adds to the skill points, so it should
Resolve
be
points
4
don't change.
plus 3.
Yeah.
All right, so
And there's actually a
Now
box
what?
right there
where were you
where it
doing next?
says skill ranks per level.
Oh, okay.
Class features.
So you will get
So,
Class features.
on the back page.
Okay.
It says abilities and
Make
stuff
that
like
note
that.
there. Okay.
So the second level, you gain channel skill plus 1.
all right.
channel
Now
skill.
at 4th level, your base attack bonus is 4.
What does that mean?
Channel skill.
so
You draw your strange
BAB.
feelings, instincts, knowledge, and
Any
urges
box
from
that
your
says
connection,
BAB on it over
taking
there for
your
the
powers
the
and certain
attacks
tasks. Each
Oh,
connection has
down
2
here.
skills associated
Okay,
with it.
is
Plus
now
1
what?
insight
is now
bonus.
4.
The skill checks with your connections associated skills. The bonus increased by 1 to 1 at 5th level, and every 3rd level after. Don't worry about that.
Now you
But you gain
have
at 2nd level.
Okay, so I get for
Your
1 skill I get a
fortitude
plus
save?
1 or
the base
It's a
save
plus 1
for
to insight.
fortitude is now 4.
insight?
Reflex is 1.
That is a skill. Where's that at?
Back page
And will is 4.
says abilities.
That's going to change the total.
I know I don't see the skill
Yeah.
insight.
So
Let me, I better,
just erase that
That's just
now.
to have an insight.
And
That's
you
all.
might actually end up with
looking
something
into
else
something you're doing,
because
thinking about something. You get a
at
plus
2nd
1 to
level
that
you get a
roll,
combat
as opposed
feat.
to-
okay.
Is it just certain
3rd level
skills
you
or
get
just
gear boost and
just
weapon
checks.
specialization.
Okay.
The next
And
thing you
then
get is a
4th
mind
level is
link.
another combat feat. So you got 2 feats.
You can
Plus
form a mind link.
Third
with a creature
level
you touch,
is your
communicating
2nd
information rapidly
feat
through it.
overall.
Oh, like a general.
So you have
You use
3
mind
feats
link
to
at
pick.
will
Okay.
as a spell-like ability.
Got it.
And so one of those
Only
may
once per
affect,
day at any given
All right.
individual.
but also the weapon
on any given
specialization.
individual. It's like you can walk up to a team member and mind link with them and be like, "Here's the schematics to this toilet."
right? I do a spa basically.
Yeah.
Once per day per
So
person.
basically, at 3rd level, you
And
get
then
weapon specialization
third
as a
level-
bonus feat
What he's
for
saying.
each weapon type
specialization.
that the class gives you proficiency with.
Okay.
So probably pretty much everything.
Yeah, armor,
But-
light,
So
and
weapon
heavy, and then I have
specialization.
all.
Yeah.
Yeah, weapon specialization is a bonus feat for each weapon type granted you by
Yeah.
proficiency.
But weapon
Okay, well I only have
specialization
small arms
um,
and melee weapons.
the
So,
Right,
feat
but you gain a proficiency.
itself.
So
so what does that mean? I get
you're not untrained, you're proficient in it. So you gain like a how's being proficient in a weapon work? It's
If you're proficient, you can pick it up and use it.
right.
but I'm
It
already
means a plus
proficient
1
in
to
it
it,
already.
so
This means I get an
plus
additional
1
weapon.
attack and damage, right?
You're talking about specialization?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was actually getting ready to pull up.
Okay. So listen to him.
Okay.
I just got to scroll through the huge list because, yeah. All right.
Dennis, do you know anything?
Pardon? I'm working on it.
So you get to add your character level to damage with the selected weapon type, or half the level for small arms or operative melee weapons.
Okay. So add level to damage.
Yes.
1/2.
Well,
Level.
it depends on what it is. So a small arm, like pistols
Yeah.
or pistol-sized weapons, you only get to have half your level.
So basically, what I'm proficient in is small arms and melee weapons. So I only add half my.
To the small arms, for the melee weapons, you would add your level, the full bonus.
Okay.
Basically, it's if you're shooting a pistol, it's only a small attack, so you don't get to add the full bonus.
Now, 4th level, I think you gain another feat, don't you?
Actually, 3rd level you get a feat.
Right.
The standard, everybody gets a feat at 3rd level.
3rd level.
So.
That's what I thought. Okay. We'll get to that in a minute.
+1 damage, or 1/2 to small arms.
Mm-hmm.
But regular melee weapons is okay.
Yeah.
Now, that's a specialization. I don't actually get a sniper or something.
It doesn't change your proficiencies.
Right.
I'm just more skilled with what I'm proficient in.
Yes.
Right.
Okay. All right.
All right. So your mystic spells known, which is on the back page, I believe.
Yeah.
And
You now have 6 0 level.
the other thing, Dale, you get to pick a
4
gear boost
first,
Okay.
at 3rd level,
and 2 second.
and
You now cast 2nd level
Is
spells.
this a feat or is this something different?
no, that's
How many
the
spells
class
per day?
ability thing.
It's known spells
let's
per
see.
level. Your spells per day. If your wisdom score hasn't changed, so it's going to be the same.
It's like your armor
So what about
advantage.
second then? I
When
don't
you're
have.
wearing armor, you get
how
a
many do I get
+1
per day for
insight
second
bonus to your kinetic armor class.
You don't get bonus spells per day at 2nd level. You get
Armor piercing stab.
at 4th level. Your
If you deal piercing
spells
damage,
known is 6 0. Excuse me. 4
when you
first
hit with a
and 2
weapon that
second.
deals piercing damage
Okay.
as part of a
Your
full attack,
bonus
any
spells doesn't
additional
change 'cause
attacks
your
you make
wisdom
against that target
hasn't changed.
before the beginning of your next turn target the EAC rather than KAC.
Oh, okay.
Well, I mean,
So that's
I get a
basically you
wisdom
open the
bonus
chink in its
for-
armor and you're able to
I got
Kinda hack
a 17
away.
wisdom, so I can cast a +1 extra spell per day.
Right.
Blazing
but that
strike.
doesn't change.
Yeah, so I can cast 3 spells, even though I only know
bright
2.
weapon.
Right.
What are those spells? I think it's specific to my character, right?
Flames.
I don't get to
Any
choose
weapon
them
from the flame
because it's
category
wrong.
gains a bright weapon special property while you wield it.
Okay.
If it already has bright, it increases the illumination by 2 steps.
Oh.
So basically, what is
What's your
favored
Sub thing.
weapon?
Well, he took the quick
priest.
draw on sharpshooters, so do they have anything for firearms? Is that
Well, there's plenty of.
his favorite weapon is probably a pistol of some kind right now.
Yeah. Well, it's like bullet barrage, +1 insight bonus to damage rolls for weapons in the projectile category.
Okay.
Increases by 1 for every 4 soldier levels you have.
Okay.
Let's see.
Priest.
Oh, it's close at hand.
That's my theme.
Healer, right?
You have a practice
Mystic
ease
Healer.
with smuggling weapons. You gain a +2 bonus to disguise checks to hide the fact that you're wearing armor, and a sleight of hand checks to conceal
Likely
weapons on your
is
body.
what you have.
Okay.
What's that first?
That's 3rd level. You got that at 3rd. At start of each turn, you can choose any ally within 30 feet who has taken hit point damage and transfer your wounds to their wounds
I mean,
to
there
yourself,
is a
dealing an amount of damage up to your
pretty
mystic level and your hit points.
strong, let's see, double shot.
Is that a spell or is that just a
Ability called lifelink.
lifelink?
Mm-hmm.
What does that do?
At the start of each turn, you can choose.
Oh, I
an ally
wasn't
within-
writing down.
So, friend 30 feet, you can transfer their wounds to you.
All of it? That has to take all or none, or just some?
Dealing an amount of damage up to your mystic level to your hit points
The mystic level.
and healing the allies' hit points at an equal amount.
So they heal if I take the wounds? Is that it, or is that?
Yeah, basically. You can take your mystic level of wounds away from one of your allies.
I take it and they basically heal 4. I take 4.
Right.
With that, I got a question. So I get 7 ranks, skill ranks per level, so I get 21. But is there any limit? Does it have to be something
can-
I'm trained in, or can I buy a skill for
Actually,
something?
you can't have more ranks than you have levels.
And you have levels, right?
Okay.
So that's the real. Because
You can be only.
I didn't even
4 on
see
it.
that they had the, like in Pathfinder, where if it was a cross-class skill, you'd have to pay more. Or
I
do
didn't see that
they?
either.
So I think it's just you can buy whatever skills you want.
But none of my ranks can be above level 4 right now.
Well,
Got it.
so what spells do I get then? Because they were assigned when I made my priest character. I didn't get to choose anything. It was just for level 1. I got these 2 spells, and that was it.
No, I didn't see anything else about that. I think you could run from now on. I mean, it's list specific, like mystic spells. Mystic spell list is what you pull from, right?
I'm assuming, yes.
Yeah.
But I choose what I want from now on.
So, yep.
Okay. Just starting out, you have to have those 2.
You can cast the 2nd level now, right?
Yes.
Okay, so you can do augury, or learn whether an action will be good or bad. Command undead. An undead creature obeys your commands. Dark vision grants you ability to see 60 feet in total darkness. Daze monster. Target living creature with CR5 or lower is daze. Fear. Frighten multiple creatures with CR level 4 for 1 minute. Fog cloud. Create a fog that obscures vision. Force blast. Cone deals 2d6 damage and bull rushes creatures. Hold person. Paralyze 1 humanoid. Hurl force disc. Disc deals 3d6 force damage to one target, then ricochets to another target, dealing 2d6 force damage. Bing, bing.
Oh boy, I'm playing Tron.
You got hurl foreskin.
What?
Wrong book. Hang on. No.
Best have very large foreskin.
It ricochets off one person and hits another. You have inflict pain, which is racking pain, imposes -2 penalty and the ability to do checks, attack rolls, and skill checks onto a target. Mind thrust. Mentally deal 4d10 damage to one target.
Holy crap.
It's like, ow, fucking migraine. Mystic Cure restores 3d8 plus your wisdom modifier of hit points to one living creature. Remove condition removes one moderate harmful condition affecting a creature. Restoration lesser, dispel magic ability penalty or 1d4 ability damage. See invisibility, pretty self-explanatory.
Well, I'll just go ahead and when Dennis gets done, I'll just look through the book.
Okay, that's probably best.
Yeah. And then I get my how many per level skills?
What was yours again? The
Mystic Healer.
No, I know that, but didn't you write it down like I told you to do?
Skill ranks per level. Nope, there's a big blank. 7, I think. Oh, where it is. Get 7 per level.
There you go. Now you're thinking with gas.
No, that's just gas.
You get to pick a feat, too.
You also have more resolve points now, too.
Resolve points. Oh, how many goes do you get?
Well, it's half your level, rounded down, plus whatever your primary attribute is, the bonus, the modifier.
So my primary is wisdom, so 3. So I get 2, so I get 5.
Yep. Don't forget to check out our Linktree and go to our YouTube channel where you can see all of our shows in order of the stories being told. Support your PBS channel.
Oh. Now I have for proficiencies armor, light, and heavy. All. Does that mean all? Like sniper rifle and all that? So I already have those.
Yep.
Okay.
And you have specialization, which gives you bonus damage to everything.
Is anybody taking any abilities to, I don't know, drive a spaceship? Just out of curiosity?
I've got pilot.
Okay.
I put an extra rank in pilots. I have 2.
You're pretty rank.
Yeah.
I'm a pilot. I can fly.
I believe I can fly. Oh. How you doing, Wade?
Oh, I'm doing all right.
Okay. Dennis?
Yeah, I think. Wade, you said something about resolve points going up.
Yes. Yeah, resolve points is half your level plus the modifier of your class attribute.
Class tribute.
So
Okay. So 2 plus 5. Okay.
if I remember correctly, so equipment use will also be to the level you are now as well. At fourth level, I'm removing restriction.
At what level?
Fourth. Where you're at fifth and fourth. So if you want to have equipment that is past your level now, as long as you know the problems that can occur with them, that's acceptable. But you don't have access to them at the moment, however, other than the spaceship, which you have to do. Basically, the way the spaceships work is you have to have a combined, everybody in the group's levels add together to make what level of spaceship you can actually function in. This current one that you have is a level 9. So you should, with the group current level, combined level, you should be able to operate this without too much trouble.
See, this is where I get confused, Rob. It says under healer, spells 1 through 6, Mystic Cure. Replaced by first, remove lesser condition, second, remove condition, third, remove affliction, fourth, restoration, and fifth, greater remove condition. Does that mean that's the only spells I get?
No, it's saying that when you cast it at that level, that's the effect that you get for it. So, remove lesser condition, I think was the first one.
Yeah.
You would have to look and see what the book says for what conditions are. So, but I would guess that, just off guessing, is it's removing like blinded as a condition.
Yeah. It's a specific condition, yeah.
Yeah.
Condition specific.
But I know like the what was the list again?
Spells 1st through 6th, Mystic Cure. Replaced by first, lesser remove condition. Second, remove condition. Third, remove affliction. Fourth, restoration. Fifth, greater remove condition.
Okay. Because I know restoration was originally a way to restore attribute damage, because some things cause you to take points off of, say, strength.
Okay.
Certain poisons. So restoration brings the attribute points back it heals you of that.
So are you saying the spell Mystic Cure does these instead?
It does those at those levels. So you would have to cast it at, so what does it say for the restoration? Fourth. So you would have to cast it as a 4th level spell.
Oh, I see. Okay, because that's the spells I took, where it's Mystic Cure and remove the thing, because it said level 1. So I actually don't. Those aren't the spells I get. I just start out with.
Yeah, that would be. You should have 2 different 1st level spells, because basically it's saying that Mystic Cure can perform that.
Mystic Cure and also do these other ones.
Yeah. But you have to cast it at a specific level for that to work.
Okay, so if I'm casting 2nd level spells, I can do remove condition.
Yes.
Casting that spell.
You're casting Mystic Cure as a 2nd level spell.
Okay. Okay, I see. So it jumps up to that.
But it's not. It's still the same spell. It's just you have more of an effect when you cast it at a higher level.
That's the 2 spells I took. I thought those were the only spells I could take.
No.
Silly goose.
Let me ask about this one. Unarmed Mauler. Your unarmed strikes gain the wound critical hit effect and are treated as having an item equal to your soldier level for the purpose of determining save DCs. You can take this gear boost twice. The second time you take it, your unarmed strikes instead gain the severe wound critical hit effect, and the DC to resist this effect increases by 1. So that basically means you can almost punch shit out of people. Is that what I'm reading?
Yes.
You're unarmed.
Yeah, if you take that gear boost, then when you punch somebody,
I'm actually doing the +4 for my level, kind of on top of that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. He's a brawler, but I took for his combat ones, I took close combat. +2 to the AC against ranged attacks when in melee, and then deadly aim -2 to penalty to weapon attacks to deal extra damage. So I think for his gear boost, I will do the unarmed mauler. And then did you say I still get a regular feat too? Or another feat?
Well,
or just...
okay, at 3rd level, everybody gets a feat.
Right.
Which can be anything on the list.
Right.
At 2nd and 4th level, as a soldier, you get a combat feat.
Okay.
So it has to be specifically combat related.
Right. So I get the gear boost and then one combat feat for sure, and then another feat.
Well, no. You're going to have... You got to pick 3 feats.
Oh, okay. So I
the gear boost...
2 of which are combat, which I did. So I still get...
The gear boost is separate.
Yeah.
It's not a feat.
So I still have another feat, and it can be combat reflexes, or it doesn't have to be.
It can be, yeah.
Got it. So
yeah, you should have a total. You got one feat.
I've got
at
2
first
combat.
level.
I've got 2 combat ones and my gear boost, so I still get 1 feat that doesn't have to be combat.
Yes.
Right. That's what I was asking.
Yeah.
You know, I've got a question. On weapon specialization, the benefit is add your character level to the damage for that weapon type, or half your character level for small arms or operative melee weapons. What's an operative melee weapon?
The operative weapons, it's weapons that are designed for operatives. They're basically sneaky.
Oh, okay.
That's where you get your sleeve knife and different things. I mean, I don't know what. I haven't actually looked at them specifically, but oh my.
What?
Decisions. Now I'm looking at Stellar Revelations for the Solarian class. And Heavy Landing is graviton based. You can redirect the energy of deadly falls into deadlier strikes. Oof. You reduce falling damage you take by an amount equal to your Solarian level. If you hit a creature using a melee attack within one round of reducing your falling damage, your first such successful attack deals additional damage equal to the falling damage this revelation prevented. So basically, fall and use that kinetic energy to hit somebody harder.
Oh, geez.
Took a mechanical trick, a quick repair, and also an energy shield, and which gives me temporary hit points. Weapon specialization for my battle staff, and I can overload a device for 1 round. The gun doesn't work.
The 4 months while you guys are working on this thing, you've basically turned this like tunnel system into your house. It's kind of like a TM and transmutation turtles in a way. You know what I mean? You have sleeping quarters, you have kitchen, you got restrooms, you got showers, you got...
Now, are we still doing our regular jobs?
No. We're just focusing on the reconstructing and modifying of this ship. It doesn't look like what it is.
Boy, somebody may be angry I haven't been showing up to make more beer.
Right?
No, I was just... Since I hit 5th level, I get the ability score increase. Have you looked at what Starfinder does for that?
Yes.
Or attributes. It's like...
Whoa.
The fuck?
Okay. The other feat I took, Rob, was enhanced resistance against bludgeoning.
Nice.
So basically, I'm assuming getting punched or hit or battered around a cabin
or whatever. Right.
I thought that might be kind of cool for him to be able to take a punch and just So, and I put some extra ranks in some of the skills. The only one I added that wasn't blocked off was I added 1 rank in stealth.
Okay.
And I added another rank to perception. And then the rest all went to class skills.
Sounds good.
All right.
All right. So, You guys have been hard at work for 4 months on this.
Oh, 4 months.
4 months, yep.
Okay.
On this situation. Some of you have picked up some skills regarding how to work on the things and how to operate the things and whatnot. You actually ended up having 8 more space goblins join you that were friends of Theodore's. That basically were bringing in bits of information about what had occurred.
Yeah.
And
Well, and we also still have the son of the
yes, you still have
Chernobyl.
the son of Dubek. Yes. The information in those 4 months that have come in is that basically the last pack have now got bounties out on all of everybody there.
Sweet.
They destroyed Theodore's shop basically because they knew he was a traitor, or found out and realized he was a traitor. Personally, Elvis has taken interest in this situation because
Why don't you bring it back here, huh? Thank you very much.
I was just wondering if y'all might want to give me some more information.
Or peanut butter and banana sandwich.
Butter and Valak sandwich, Soback sandwich.
So bad. Man, I want me some.
I want me some Soback ding dong.
Live
Tastes like
unavailable.
chicken, man, I'm
Please try
telling you.
again.
Huh?
Live unavailable.
I don't know what's going on.
It's been like that for a bit.
Yeah. And it may be the computer too, not necessarily the outgoing.
2 different things. Thank God. Thank Jesus.
Thank Elvis.
So if I have a level 1 with something, I don't get a penalty, right?
As long as you have a rank in it. Oh, that changes. Gotta make sure these are all updated.
That's still showing live. So. So anyway, 4 months, a lot of the information coming in is stuff like that. The ship itself is looking like crap, pretty much. It does not look anything like what it originally was. They've added some things to it, moved some things around. Stuck a fork in the light socket of it. You guys are one book. About to take a test flight.
Oh dear God.
When the cyborg's going, oh geez, this is a bad idea.
Now my pilot skill is now up to 10, so for rolling.
Actually, could I use the book there for a second? Yeah.
And that's all we got to break. How's your guy looking down there? The second skin will be kind of like a prawn suit kind of thing looking.
Oh. Okay.
I mean, if anything you want to change. He'll, of course, have whiskers. I just didn't draw them in yet.
That's fine.
But and that up top's going to be your drone. Just put in the basic shape.
Oh, okay, sure.
Climbing master is a feat.
Oh, shit.
So he wears the second skin as well. And did you want robes over that or no robes at all?
Yeah, he's got like
It just gives me a climbing speed
I didn't
equal to
know
my
if you
move
want-
speed.
I was thinking more like almost like a sleeveless robe with like
Buster.
I'm just
do you
seeing from Lilo and Stitch where or Stitch is
Good for
just
now.
Okay.
zooming all over, climbing all over the outside of the ship.
Right?
kind of yeah, like a robe.
What color are you?
Blue.
Okay.
So,
Almost had like a.
Four, six.
Do the. You want to talk about now?
626.
626.
so the day comes where Theodore says, all right, well, we got her finished. What do you think? Everybody's standing in the foyer, basically, just staring at this monstrosity.
I love it when a plan comes together.
It looks kind of like a flying, what you said, a flying toaster.
Yeah.
I mean, it's boxy.
Yeah.
They basically like took all the streamlining out of it and made it just like a flying brick
It's like Crash and Burn's AV vehicle.
Kinda, in a way.
That should not fly.
with a helicopter props and shit on
Yeah.
it. So
It's almost like a.
Oh, I think I know what you mean.
And then this is like robe that's kind of down, so you can bring it all up. Hood.
so
And then it's got basically the.
well, we need to try to fly this thing.
But it's like you have the.
All right.
The underneath is just open robe, and it just has clothes underneath.
Right.
So
Test flight.
kind of like this is almost like a hooded cloak, but the cloak really doesn't go back. No back. It's just kind of like over his top.
Mhm.
Poncho almost, but. Yep.
But it does have like kind of a big.
Yeah, he's got a basically a hood he can put up
Yeah.
over the top.
And did you want these two? I see them as like just the long.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And then you can
And then
see
he's got
the suit
basically
underneath.
across. He's got like a belt like a belt from the creature.
All right,
That's
So-
it's basically like
who's piloting?
a big scale.
Me.
All right,
Is it like a bandolier or something? Or just a sash?
so
Packs.
hold on,
Okay.
Annual packs.
I gotta see how this works. real quick.
Combat webbing almost.
Okay.
It's with the big lizard heavy armor.
Right.
Very blast with vest.
Well, I might be able to get this thing done next week or two.
It's got like a here.
Well, now I definitely have 2 cigar characters.
Yeah.
Now, Cricket does actually smoke. And of course, we've got Pertwee from Ghostbusters that he never actually lights up, but he's always chomping on the cigar.
Mm-hmm.
Stuff like that. Simple.
It's more vicious or something.
Okay.
Two-headed spear thing.
Draw the snarl.
Called.
All right, so basically Theodore says, "Oh, okay, well, we're gonna have to figure out who's doing what, because, you know, I mean, we talked about it a little bit over the last 4 months, but who's gonna be the captain?"
Didn't Brad have like a lot of stuff in piloting?
I thought he did too.
Well, that's not necessarily captain, though.
No.
Your role in combat is about encouraging the crew while taunting enemies into critical mistakes.
Oh. Not me. Something more like that.
I mean, I think Brad the captain.
Yeah.
Oh, who's the engineer then?
One-sided.
Well,
What
how big is this thing? Do you need extra someone at the engineering and at the pilot at the same time, or what?
Huge
I'll take a look to see if they have any pictures of it. Might give me an idea.
Okay, that's perfect.
Operator. We need a gunner and a pilot, too. And a science officer, kinda. Fred can do that.
Well, I can
Well, gunner.
double or substitute on the pilot, but you think Brad's got pilot?
I have no idea.
I know he took better because he wears a flight suit. He's a pilot operative.
Oh, he'll probably be the pilot, then I'll be the engineer.
I'll be the gunner.
Sure. All
'Cause it's
right.
heavy weapons, right?
Oh, yes, very.
I'm probably, I don't know, I'm the only one
Pretty much the
proficient
only
in it.
one.
So I'm the only one who
Yeah,
can
you
use them.
definitely have proficiency
Yeah,
already. So
so I'll use that.
Yeah, you're, you have the Apollon artillery laser on this thing, so it's like, what the fuck does that do? Yeah.
Guess we'll find out. I'm looking forward to it. Man, old Betsy here will blow your butts to Kingdom Come. Just see if we don't. Sorry.
All right, so
quoting you
I'm going to
today.
read this section of it so you guys can kind of get an understanding of how starship or spaceship and vehicle work, how they work in the game. So, rounds and phases. Well, this is talking about combat. Sorry, not that. Anyway. So you have to have those positions for people to do certain things within the ship, obviously.
Okay. And we have a cook, which is the most important thing.
Yes.
Right?
We can feast on our foes.
Let's not go that far.
We can
No, depending.
feed our foes.
If they're Tyson ding dongs, it might not be so bad. Cream filling in space.
We shall devour them.
You're going to decapitate their feet?
Yes.
Defeat them. Yes. Okay. Yeah.
Yes.
Right.
Then throw them in a pot.
We get cream fillings in space. That might not.
Cream fillions in space.
Yeah, I think that's going to be a pretty fun group.
Sorry, I'm reading something. Give me just a second here.
Bingo. That's what you need. A rocket-powered hammer. That's awesome.
Pretty much.
Oh, maybe something like that.
Yeah.
Something more futuristic. Okay.
So, all right. So,
Ooh,
it's building one. It's steering one.
that one's kind of ornate.
Yeah.
Like big can opener.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll design something.
Now,
I
the
think
Recon and Intercopter is not a spaceship.
Okay.
I'm sorry. I've been saying it has. It's not. It's actually an airship.
right.
Okay.
Yes, it's a big helicopter.
Right. but you can get around the planet pretty easy in it.
Right.
So,
anyways, we spent 4 months getting it to work, and now we can zoom around wherever.
on the planet surface that you want.
Or boat, anyway.
So, all right. Roll your piloting.
24.
See what happens. All right. So 22. It's -2 to piloting. You need the difficulty of 20, and you made it. So you get in the spot. You get in the piloting bridge. Start flipping buttons and pushing things, and all of a sudden the blades whirl up. Destroys the entire place on the inside that you guys have spent the last 4 months building into being a place to live. And you
I think we would have pushed it outside first.
take off down the tube. Oh, okay, well, you didn't tell me that.
Well, I didn't know we were taking off right now. So yeah, I definitely would have recommended we take it outside before we started up.
So you take it out under the bridge,
Yeah.
fire it up. There's water and dust flying everywhere. Takes off.
By the way, during the time, I would have asked you for some help on learning engineering.
Okay.
Yeah, me as well. Since I've been picking up parts, I should know what the heck I should be getting.
The nut bolt's connected to the angle bolt, and the angle bolt's connected to the toggler bolt.
All right, so you're flying around. Where are you headed?
Where you want to go?
I'm just around, see how this thing handles.
All right. Well,
You're the pilot.
All right.
go around.
So I'm just gonna say you guys make a successful flight. Kind of fly probably about a 50-mile radius out and around.
If we find a place where there's like nothing around, nobody around, I'll probably tell you if there's like a rock outcropping or something on the ground like a boulder or whatever. I'd be like, hey, let's try out this laser weapon, see what it does.
Well, you don't find any place like that on this planet.
Okay.
It's completely industrialized, the whole
okay.
entire planet. So you find some like boggy areas maybe where people like have like nice, like rich people might have like their, you think maybe you shoot one into there, but no, it's probably a bad idea.
Yeah.
So it's really hard to find any place to fire this thing off where you're not going to disrupt somebody's something.
Okay.
But it flies clunky. I mean, it's not smooth by any stretch. It's like sometimes when he's turning it, it's like the whole thing rattles and shakes because it's modified, and everything. And the goblins are all like, "Oh shit!" It's all goes together.
It's like Hotel Transylvania, the gremlin plane that they're flying,
right?
Held together.
Chicken wire and bubble gum, yeah. So
all 15 of us are on this thing?
There's not 15.
Well, you said there's 8 goblins.
Oh, you're adding it, weren't you?
Well, you said the 8th that you're on.
There's only 7 people on this one.
Okay, 1, 2,
so
3,
some of them
4,
stay
5.
back.
The kid and
the kid's not there.
Oh,
he doesn't know how to fly a helicopter.
Well, he's a passenger. Unless we've already taken him home.
Everybody on the thing knows something to do with the thing.
Okay.
So there's a lot of them just stayed back. So you
that's 5 and 3 more. Okay.
Managed to go for a while, and just time to go back. So you fly back down and roll your piloting again to land this thing.
17.
Right. That's what you needed. So comes down a little hard.
So we'll put that down as a hard landing, right?
Yes.
Yes. Invest in some pillows.
Couple panels fall off the outside when you land. Ding, ding, ding. So goblins
come on, Tyler.
come dropping out and start working, putting them back on there. But other than that, it looks horrible. Flies just as bad. But you got your first ship. Congratulations.
Yay. We didn't die on the maiden voyage. Voyage number 2.
Time for some tweaking.
I think we should call this ship the Demeter.
There's a vampire living in the tail fin.
Yeah, it's the last voyage of the Dominion. Well, up there somewhere.
So just about that time, one of the other goblins comes running out of the cave, and he's like, "We got to get out of here! They found us!"
Now, how many people can this thing carry as passengers?
7.
Oh, just 7 of them.
Just 7.
Okay.
Yeah. 7 plus the crew. Crew being 5 positions. So.
Oh, okay.
How much cargo space
So
did
12
we
total.
build into the outside of this thing?
Not a lot. Everything built onto the outside of this thing is for aesthetics only. It's not a functioning like cargo space. So obviously you take Theodore and Chernobyl.
Right.
You the other guy and say they'll stay back and deal with the situation.
7.
But everybody should get out of here.
Okay.
All right.
Well, anybody else who can fit that wants to come with us is welcome to. Otherwise, if they're going to stay back, it'll just be...
The ones that are staying back they're like, we're going to stay here and guard this. Make sure that they don't get any information. So we're gonna run the other way, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The goblin way.
Right.
All right, we're gonna get the good stuff and leave.
Yep. Thanks for all the poop. We needed that. Fire up that piloting skill. Let's see what happens.
Come on, Dennis.
18.
Ooh, you're having trouble getting it off the ground. You hit a wrong button somewhere. Shit's buzzing.
30. Natural,
right button.
natural 20.
Levels right out.
Yeah.
Natural 20 plus 10.
He's like,
It's not the right button. It's
he's-
the... Bang!
yeah.
Yeah. The old Millennium Falcon way of piloting.
Yep. And off you go. You fly up into the air. There are windows.
Zoom down the river.
So if you guys want to roll your perceptions
Yeah.
while you're looking out, it's just about sunset.
17.
30.
20.
Okay. 10 or better, but the better it is, the better you see. There's a cavalcade of armored vehicles rolling towards the bridge. They have the blast pack logos on them.
Now, are these like cobbled together vehicles? or
No, these.
actual
Well, I mean, these
armored-
are like Mad Max built type.
Right.
Armored carrier type vehicles with goblins
Typical
hanging off of every
goblin
little beast on them.
construction.
Let me see if they see you or not.
Well, I'm trying to stay low in the river canal thing, whatever.
I know.
Okay.
They do not. That's amazing. So this thing has really shitty stealth. So it's not. I mean, it has a stealth, but it's not good.
We're definitely not Blue Thunder.
No,
Or
Airwolf or anything like that. So you're zipping through the canals, pretty decent speeds, and they do not even pay attention to what just left. They just know that there's a stronghold here, and they're raiding it. So, so off you go into the great blue wasteland. Whatever.
It's even blue.
Where do you set a course for, sir?
What do we know about the geography as far as? I mean, if it's all just urban-ish, or
No, it's all like the planet itself isn't an industrious planet.
yeah,
So it's got different types of an industry going on across either mining or scrapping, or mostly those are the two main focus of the planet. But
Do we know if there's other cities that we've heard of?
yes, this of course planet's name is Graco, and you guys were in the Spliff area, the Rask section of the planet. but there's other parts of the planet too. There's Upper Grondo, there's Lower Grondo. The poles of the planet, there's what they call super cold and not super cold.
Super cold, not super cold. Does they have for us the desert Otternell?
No, not Otternell. Yeah, there's no desert here. It's all been like paved and
Okay.
you know.
They pay paradise.
Dirt is like basically in pots on people's stoops holding
Right.
plants. I mean, it's not. They've literally. It's like they've basically shelled the planet in concrete and steel.
Well, I suppose we ought to figure out how we're going to make a living.
True. Excuse me. Well,
Hire ourselves out as
where can we play
transport mercenaries, or
seems like an awful lot of. Seems like a bad way to draw attention to ourselves so early. Maybe we should just find some work to get more understanding of some of these cities.
Chernobyl speaks up. He says, "Well, my dad is in last I knew he was in Outer Zelk. You guys know Outer Zelk is a system, a universal system to the south, where you're at now. Thank you.
On the planet?
well,
No.
Oh,
It's
well,
since we've been meaning to get the kid home, that sounds like a good enough place to go.
but we can't get off the planet. We're in a helicopter.
I thought this was on the planet. This is another city or something.
You're on the helicopter right now.
Right. Outer Zelk.
Where?
Kid's
No, Dennis.
Dad.
Dennis.
Yes.
He's not on the planet.
Oh, he's on.
That's what Rob just said. He's
Outer
not on the
Zelk
planet.
is a system off the planet.
Oh, okay.
So we can't get in there.
Well,
Theodore says, "Well, if you head to the west, there's maybe a way we can get off this planet." Which, of course, makes Mike's character like, "Ooh, really?"
All right. Well, is there a spaceport there or something?
No, there is. It's spaceships that are grounded for different reasons.
For reasons.
kind of like this thing was grounded.
This wasn't grounded.
Well,
This was
So-
stolen.
Well, drive it like you stole it. Let's get there.
sounds like the best alternative of nothing. So there we go. Point the way there, Theodore.
All right, so a few hours trip, you guys will be at the impound lot for the spaceport,
Oh,
and that is where we're going to end this
all
evening.
right.
Yay!
Sweet.
Thank you, Rob.
You're welcome.
Leveled up already. That's good.
Mm-hmm. All right. Don't forget to check out our Linktree, where we have all of our Raconteur Society links.
What?
And make sure you check out our YouTube channel, subscribe to it, and like the videos, because we're there. We have all of our games that we play in order of the stories being told. So check those out. We would like to give a big thank you to Dennis for hosting us at the Dragon's Den this evening.
As always,
To Mike rocking the stream. And
Rocking it till 6.
and everybody that jumped in and played tonight. Do not forget to check out Casio and Starfinder, which is a good game. Big thank you to Free League Publishing. Although we didn't play your game, we still love you. And make sure to check us out at our next event, which is the Big Rivers. Planet FunkCon.
yeah, Planet Funk Fest.
And after that is
August,
the Steampunk Festival.
right?
So come out and check it out. We will see you all again next Tuesday. Till then, game on!
Hey, thank you.
Good night, everybody.
Thank you.
Oh.
All right. Are we out?